So when UCW is advertising, by the way, let me say this right here. I have to say it. Disclaimer. No way or by no means did University Canada West pay me to do this video to promote them. This is my personal experience and what it has been like for me at University Canada West. It will include pros and cons, okay? So they didn't pay me. If they do decide to pay me, you'll be the first to know, right? But yeah, the first thing I want to talk about life at University Canada West, I want to talk about 3 things so you can get where I'm going with this video. I'm going to talk about the workload. I'm going to talk about what your social life will be like, because trust me, when you're studying internationally, you should be concerned about your social life because you need balance. You need balance. And last but not least, I am going to talk about the costs. Let's get into it. So first and foremost, the workload. I won't lie, the workload at University Canada West, I spoke about this before. It is a lot of work. So if you don't know, at University Canada West or in Canada, to be a full-time student, I have to say this, you have to take at least 3 courses per semester or an addition of 9 credits. You need to be a full-time student, and for some schools, even though the government might say, oh, to be a full-time student you need at least 9 credits, for some schools 9 credits is not what their full-time status is. What you have to ensure is that for whichever school you're going, you are being registered as a full-time student in their program. So not because the government say, oh, 9 credits, and you go to another school and they say, well, 9 credits is not our full-time course load for a full-time student, right? You have to ensure that you add another course that you are full-time in that school, because at the end of the day, when the school writes their letter of recommendation, they will say, hey, you were a part-time student based on their rules. So please ensure that you are a full-time student in whichever school you are going and you are meeting that requirement of the government of Canada, right? So for UCW, you have to be a full-time student with 9 credits, and it's the same for the government of Canada there, so you don't need to take more, right? But their workload, it is hectic. It is a lot of work. Let me give you an example. Story time here. I'll give you all a little backstory. So when I started UCW, I did the 3 courses that you have to do, because with the MBA, if you did not have a business background, then you'll have to do a foundational course. That's what I did first. I had to do 3 courses, which were 9 credits full-time, to be eligible to start the MBA program. After doing that, I was like, okay, this is not so hard. I want to accelerate my program, because I do have that option to accelerate. If you don't know, when you're coming to Canada, the government of Canada states explicitly you can accelerate your program, right? You will not be penalized by accelerating your program. So I decided, you know what, I want to accelerate my program. I just wasted 3 months, 1 semester doing this foundational course, which I really believe I didn't have to do. So I decided, okay, instead of just doing 4 courses, I decided, no, I'm gonna do 5, because girl feel like a business this, like me say, like girl feel like say she can take on more, because I'm just like, I'm an engineer, how hard can business be, right? So I took on 5 courses, and doing 5 courses, I won't lie, they nearly, I don't know, it never killed me off, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. And I was working part-time at the time too. So it was a lot of work, but a lot of work in terms of assignments, because in Canada, or at University Canada West, let me speak on University Canada West here first, right? At University Canada West, they give you points for everything. So you get marks for attendance, which may take away some marks, but I easy marks, so I collect it anyways, right? Because I'm like, we're adults here. If me don't want to come to class, you shouldn't be penalizing me for not coming to class, and that's like most times 10 marks, right? But I collect them for 3 marks. right? Next thing they give you marks for, they give you marks for discussion forums, what they call another assignment. So sometimes you'll have a course that you're doing and every week you have a discussion forum. Then you have the regular assignments where they are scheduled throughout the entire semester. So for the semester, most times it's like 12 weeks, and for that 12 weeks, maybe every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks you have an assignment project like to do. But those are mostly a mixture of individual assignments and group assignments, right? Every course is different. Along with that, for the workload, you always have an end of course presentation or group work or something. And the fifth thing is you always get another 5 points depending on the lecture, or 10 points for speaking up in class, asking questions. Those are 3 marks. So in most courses you have 23 marks you know you can get already to pass the course, right? Yes, as long as you speak up and you attend classes. That's 23 marks or 15 free marks. For UCW, the pass grade is 60%. So in a course, you need to get at least 60% to say you pass that course. However, they have a GPA that you have to stay above, else you will be, what do you call it, academic probation like, and that's 70%. So let's say in a semester maybe you did poorly on a course and you got below 60, or you got 60 something, so you basically barely passed. And then the other 2 courses you did not get 70s, you got 60 something, then you're failing, because you need to keep your GPA to graduate from the MBA program. Your GPA must be 70 or above your percentage, right? I think that's something about 3 point something, or 3 GPA, something like that, right? But yeah, so imagine you have all of that assignment and all of that coursework to do, right? Sometimes you do have all of that coursework and then you have to think about quizzes like every other week or so, along with those things that I just list. For some courses you have quizzes to do in between to get marks again, because they're giving you marks, but they're giving you quizzes to do. When you don't have quizzes, you have midterm, and along with midterm then you have a final exam. So the courses that have midterm and final exams, they tend to not have a final presentation, right? But they still do have discussion forums and they still do mark you for attendance, right? So it's a lot. See, I didn't even remember what the quizzes. It's a lot. It is a lot. Sometimes you have quizzes, you have group. It's a lot of work, right? So you will stay busy. With that being said, you're coming to Canada, right? I've heard people say, oh, they know friends going to other schools and they do not have as much workload as we do. I don't know why we have so much. I don't know, right? But I think in terms of balance with that workload, and you're coming here as an international student, especially if you come here, you're broke and you're gonna carry enough money, you have to work, especially now when you can work full-time. That's going to be hard for you to balance the two, right? So you want to make sure that you have a schedule. So I can do a video to tell you what I do to make my life, to make it work for me while working full-time, doing YouTube, because I consider myself working full-time. YouTube, this is work, right? While working full-time and doing school at UCW. But that's not what this video is about. So you gotta prepare yourself if you're coming, how you're going to balance, because you need a calendar. I always tell you, you need a calendar, you need a book, you need something. I always tell you, this is why I make these books and I have my books, right? You need to budget your time, you need to balance your time, you need to figure it out how you're going to do it, which days you can work, which days you cannot work. And let me tell you this from right now, see, employers, they only care about their end goal. So at the end of the day, they're going to tell you, oh, we are going to need you on a weekend. If you cannot work on a weekend, well, this job is not for you. You have employers like that. But then at the same time, you have to remember, okay, your main priority is school. So if you budget your time to say, okay, you're going to classes on a Monday to Thursday, then you can work Fridays to Sundays, weekends, right? You can do that. But you also have to remember that you need to budget self-care. You need to budget time in to take care of yourself. The next thing now that we're going to get into is a social life. The social life part now, why I say you need time to take care of yourself, is because, see, University Canada West here, I don't know, this is something a lot of you are, I didn't even think about that coming here, right? But especially if you're coming here and this is your first degree, this is something you need to know. If this is your first degree, even if it's your second degree, you need to know this. Universities here, most of them, they do not budget time for social activities, because university here is a business. It is a business. So in Jamaica at UTech, right, at my university, on a Thursday they had time like from 3 to 5 p.m. I remember that so vividly in my mind, right? You can go to different clubs, right? You can use that time to participate in anything that you want to participate in. And if you don't want to participate in any club or social activities, then you can go to your yard, right? At your free time. But here in Canada, the school, they don't care about that. They don't care about that. What they do is every now and then they will send out things like, oh, we are keeping, like maybe the other day recently was Diwali, or you know, maybe major things, because it's a multicultural school, right? So they'll keep different events, but it's not like you have a set time in your school week life that they will put to say, okay, students can use this time to participate in clubs. But what they do offer is that every now and then they will have different little celebrations that they will inform you about via emails to say, oh, we're having this on the West Campus today. If you're interested, come along. That's it. And that's the thing. You see, normally when they just send out those things, I won't lie, me and I know a lot of other persons, we're busy, we budget our time. Maybe more than likely when they send that, or I ain't got time for that, no, I can't do that. But you would want to do it. But you see, because there's not this specific time that you say, oh yes, if something comes up I can do it here, they don't offer that. So when you're coming here and you're looking for schools, ask them about their extracurricular activities. Ask them if they make time for students to have that social life, because my school they don't make time for that. I mean, probably maybe because it's always cold, but at the end of the day, we don't have like a school football team or a school hockey team. We don't have those things here. So especially if you're athletic or you like doing group activities, they don't have that. Oh, my nails looks good, right? My nails looks good, right? No, comment below and tell me if you don't like my nails. I feel the Christmas vibe. No, comment below and tell me if you like the nails. I like them. I should be in white. Anyways, right? Back to the topic. Yeah, so like what I realized that people do here at University Canada West, like we have all these different groups. I realized the Latinos have their Latino UCW group, the Nigerians have their UCW group, the Caribbean, we have a UCW group, you know, plus we have like a Jamaican UCW group on this side. But that's what I'm like, we the students, we create our own groups, and it is evident. I don't know if it's because UCW is in a city type of environment. School here, students here, we stick to our culture. While the school will advertise that, oh, it's a diverse school and many different cultures, I think the fact that we don't have like clubs where you have a specific time where you can go to, or that extracurricular activity thing where they say, okay, use this time to socialize, I think that caused this big division. What I realized that some lecturers try to do, they be like, they pick the groups, so they don't care if you have a friend and you want to be in a group with your friend. they're like in the real world, you won't have your friends to, oh, let's go to work the same place. It doesn't work like that. So they'll pick the group, but let me tell you this. You see, when you're in a group with different people, your common goal right there in that group is to get that assignment done and do what you need to do. It's not about, oh, let's be friends after this group project, or oh, we can be friends. Nah, it ain't about that. You know, when you see them, like sometimes I'm at school and I see someone that we were in a group together and I'm like, hey, and I'm so glad to see them, you know, but that's it. And then you move on with your busy life, but you're still like, hey, but you just don't get to know that person enough where you can create that bond. So be aware of these things. And this is the truth. We glamorize moving to a new country and thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna make new friends. Oh my God, I'm gonna travel. Oh my God, I'm going to see new places. I'm gonna eat out. Those are all expectations. Not saying that they will not happen. Yes, you will meet new friends along the way, because with all of that, I still happen to meet, apart from my yardies and my Caribbean people, because they have the group. I met this one girl that she's from Nigeria, and I don't know, we just clicked. You meet people at different places, but if you're expecting to meet them at school, you probably don't meet them at school. Like, I meet person a lot of times, right? And they're like, oh, I know you from YouTube, and I'm like, really? And I'm like, oh my God, hey girl, hey dude, what's up? Because I know you support me. So I'm like, I'm so happy to meet you, or you know, there's a connection there. But when I literally don't know you and then you're like staring at me, I know being black in this country is like something that many persons, they don't see black people a lot. Because I met a man, I think he said he came from Poland, and he said in his country growing up he didn't see black people. So when they see you, they're like looking at you like a gem. Like, best believe that still happens, right? But be aware that socially you might not get what you think the expectation, but be friendly, be polite. If you want to say something to somebody, as chances are maybe they want to say something to you, go up to them and say, hey, hi, how are you? You know, yeah. So that's something else to be aware of. And I think I'm going to have to end this video here, and then if you want to know more, part 2 is coming soon, so you can watch it. In part 2 I will be telling you about the cost, and then I'll add something else to it. That's a bonus, you will see. I hope it will help you on your journey to come into Canada and choosing the right school. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you all the best on your journey. And don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and let me know what you think about my nails, man. Let me know what you think about them. Think them too long? Was that saying long? But yeah, may I feel Christmas vibe and all. Let me know what you think about it. And go get your nails done. Christmas is coming. You might be not feeling it, but do a little thing that will make you feel, you know? So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.